Our next guest is accessing consciousness in a very unique way. Please welcome Kass Thomas here visiting Israel. Welcome to the show. It's nice to have you. How's your experience in Israel so far?
Amazing. Really different than what I expected. I knew it would change my life. I didn't get in what way, so it's great. Awesome.
So now that you've been here for some time, like what's like, could you like put your finger on what it's like for you energetically, given that you're connected to this?
Yeah, connected with this. So I thought, I'm going to be in Israel and I'm going to, perceive this energy of consciousness and the Messiah and all of this, right?
Yes.
And yes, and it doesn't look like what I thought it would.
That's so
It's actually a clarity, a sort of business-minded clarity, which is really interesting.
Which is like the logical part, right?
Right, and we're always trying to exclude something from consciousness, but consciousness, with access consciousness includes everything, even business. So
that's right. So now speaking of business, before we get into it, is like, you were living in the States, you had a lot of career incarnations, but what was like kind of missing within your soul that made you kind of have that aha moment that you had to pursue this?
Yeah, well, it's interesting because we're talking about lifestyle, right? And I had a perfect lifestyle, married, very handsome guy, perfect career, great friends, social life.
Living in New York.
Living in New York City, hello.
Days.
And I started recognizing that it wasn't my life. I was actually living a perfect life that somebody else had styled.
Mm-hmm.
So in looking at what was important to me, what was vital to me, what was real to me, I started recognizing that what if I were styling my life and not looking for a lifestyle?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So that kind of led to, I know that you give a lot of lectures, workshops, and traveling the world, living in Italy, but you also, wrote your book, 7 Steps to Flawless Communication. So
exactly.
What is the key to flawless communication? Is it possible?
Well, a friend of mine, Dane here, wrote a book called Being You, Changing the World, and it's about being you, the 7 Steps to Flawless Communication, because people tell to me all the time, they're like, you relate to people so well, Kass. You don't have any problem talking to people. How do I relate to people more? And they're asking me this, and they're not even present in their bodies. It's like, who is it that's trying to relate to people?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where are you?
Right.
Are you trying to relate to people, or are you trying to relate something that you've put on?
That's right.
A mask to other people. So first and foremost in the book, I was going to write this huge volume, Emily. I was like, I've studied mass communications. I've got degrees in it. I'm going to.
You want to show how smart you are?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, but the
less
essence.
is more. Less is more.
It's the smallest book ever in the whole wide world.
And it's great because the writing is big, so it's not intimidating.
Exactly, exactly. And it's about getting in touch with who you are, disconnecting from everything you're not, all those walls and barriers, just lowering those barriers and allowing ourselves to be seen, not who we pretend to be, right? And then reconnecting with everything and everyone in that way. And what I try to communicate to people is how essential who you are is to the world. No one does you better than you.
That's right.
You are the best you ever.
The biggest challenge people have is discovering who you are. Even though it's probably in there, you have that kind of soul voice, but then you have all of these masks and all of these fears of owning it, right?
Yeah, well, and that's why there's exercises in the book. It's really small. It's like 1 page per step, but there's some homework in there and some milestones.
It's not too bad. It's not studying for like a history final.
But that's what people try to work so hard to find them, and it's really easy.
Yeah.
So listening to your body, getting in touch with your own rhythm, something as simple as taking 5 seconds, 5 minutes, 1 minute per day and feeling your heartbeat. You know what I mean? And begin listening to your body, and then you find out, wow, what is my vibration? What is my unique brand of magic that without which the world would not be the same?
That's right.
And the secret is, I believe if you know that, you recognize how we're connected to everyone.
Well, and we are. I mean, I think the interesting thing is you have the 7 steps and the different phases: connecting, disconnecting, reconnecting, establishing true connection.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, everything is connected.
Everything is connected, right? So it's getting rid of the lie of that. Yeah. And
thank you so much.
Thank you so
Enjoy
much
the rest of your stay.
Thank you.
Hope you're handling all the spicy food well.
Oh, love it. New York, I'm used to it.
All right, coming in next, preserving the cultural heritage of some of the oldest tribal communities around the world, live with the group leaders of My Heritage. And she's been signed by Warner Records. Ronnie Alter here to perform her new single.